Good evening. As I record this on Wednesday night, August 26th, at 10 o'clock p.m., I wish to make three simple observations about recent events in this Leadership Minute. First, we must all agree that the shooting of Jacob Blake by the police officer in Wisconsin was wrong. When any unarmed person is shot, especially by a person whose training and profession is to serve and protect people, it is simply unacceptable. This is another indication of the deep systemic racism in the law enforcement of the United States. Second, I want to say I respect the NBA players for taking a stand against this by boycotting or postponing their games today. I'm especially appreciative of the Milwaukee Bucks team for not just wearing the slogan, but taking an active stand in the midst of the playoffs and in the current bubble that they're in against another terrible injustice, specifically one that took place in their home state. They needed to do more than just wear the shirt. Nonetheless, while I appreciate the NBA and other leagues postponing their games, athletes need to recognize their voice, while important and meaningful, is not actually going to provide a solution to the problem. While prejudice, discrimination, racist attitudes, and actions are first personal issues each individual must self-evaluate, the systemic and cultural issues will not be dealt with by athletes or, frankly, any other individual. Rather, a combination of government legislative policies, exhaustive new training in state, county, and federal police forces on the role and relationship of officers, to each citizen, community-wide discussions and dialogues on justice. Those are just some of the urgently needed matters to bring about genuine and lasting change. Reconciliation can only truly happen when there's an acknowledgement of systemic wrongs, thinking and acting, apologizing for such wrongs, and sincere, tangible plans for restitution and change. By the way, my fellow Canadians, although in some ways our issues aren't as common in the public eye as in America, we also have our own share of racial injustice, historical, cultural issues that we need to address. We can't take the speck out of our neighbor's eye and ignore the plank in our own eye. As a white male, I'm continuing to learn about the privilege I receive. I have a podcast I'd like to suggest to you, and if you go to my blog post, you'll see more about it. Thank you for listening to this Leadership Minute. I hope you'll enjoy others in the future.